Hi, girls. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hang on, I'm trying to connect to my Bluetooth so I can practice for hybrid learning. Let's see.
Next Tuesday, the school is opening.
Yes.
I won't be able to.
So excited.
Me
I
too.
won't be able to go to.
I don't think my sister will go. She said that she don't think so.
She don't think so.
Yeah, because she's a little bit scared of COVID.
Oh.
And I also need to ask my mom.
Moment, girls. I'm trying to connect my headset.
Won't start anything.
It keeps
I
going.
won't be able to go to school next week because my cousin is visiting me, and I want to spend time with her.
Oh, that makes sense.
They're not.
Let me try to turn it on. Aha, there it is. All right. Girls, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Somebody say something out loud.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, Miss
Hello?
Jenna.
Miss Jenna.
How was your day?
Are you awake?
Miss Jenna.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Cheese?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Can somebody say something out loud?
Miss
Hello.
Mrs. Jenna.
Okay, I can hear you now in my ear. All right, now check this out. I'm gonna go over here. Can you see me and hear me well?
Yes.
Yes.
Miss Jenna got her Bluetooth today.
Woo! So, this is how hybrid learning will be. I will have students here and you guys over there. Like Amy will be over there next week because her cousin will be here. But also on my projector right here, I can see all of your little faces. So in the classroom, the people in the classroom will be able to look at all of you guys up here. So that's fun. So what we will do is everything that I do on here usually, I'll just share my screen with the Zoom people. And whatever is being shared on my screen, the guys in class will see it on the board. So we're just going to try it out today.
Wait, Miss Jenna, what do you mean the people in class?
The people who come to class next Tuesday will be in here with me. They'll be sitting in the seats. So I'm just
excited.
practicing today. Me too. Yes, I can hear you, and we're way over here. This is awesome. This is perfect. And you guys can hear me clearly as well, right?
Yes.
Like really clear. It's louder. You know, it's louder than
normal. Well, this is great. So I'll hear Zoom people in my ear and class people over here. So this is really good. So let's try class today, hybrid style. Even though I'm by myself, I'm going to pretend like I have people in here, and you guys are going to be there. And we're going to see how it goes, okay? So I'm going to go stand over here just like I would be normally. Okay? You can see me well, right?
Yes, and sounds clearly.
Okay, awesome. This is really exciting. So, okay, got it. All right, so you know that we've been learning about agriculture in social studies, okay? So today we're going to continue looking at agriculture, specialization, surplus, domestication, trade, and all those good things, etc., except that we are going to look at it in the context of an actual culture. So we've learned what the words mean, and now we are going to see how it applied to a culture in the New Stone Age. So we're going to look at a culture from the New Stone Age. They're called Catal Huyuk, and we are going to see how agriculture shaped their lives. So remember, the people before were hunter-gatherers, and everything they did was with stone. But we've moved into the New Stone Age where people are doing agriculture. They're planting things, they're domesticating animals, they're creating civilizations. So let's watch this video and see how the cultures were shaped, how they changed based on now that they have agriculture, how they changed from hunter-gatherer to places who farm. So I'm going to share the screen. And what's being shared on my screen is also on my projector.
So, not too far from the Turkish city of Konya lies one of the world's oldest known settlements. It's actually a relatively recent discovery, a Neolithic town that in Turkish is known as Catal Huyuk. What the original name of the settlement was is anybody's guess, as it was quite long ago, 10,000 years ago, and no writing that may be able to describe the settlement has to this day been found there. It's just so old, but also quite sophisticated. In fact, many until its discovery didn't think that humans could have lived in such an organized way so many thousands of years ago. So, +1 for our ancestors. Catal Huyuk was excavated over several years, pretty much from its discovery in 1958 to 1964 by a team of archaeologists led by James Mellard, himself from the UK. Excavation stopped for a while due to some sort of scandal Mellard was involved in, but resumed again in the early 1990s. Since its excavation, Catal Huyuk has become one of the most famous archaeological sites in the world due to its age, sheer size, and the amazing artwork found there in the form of wall paintings and what are presumed to be religious objects.
So listen
Now,
closely
after
to
the
see if
discovery
you
of
hear
Catal
him
Huyuk,
talk about some
several
of
similar
our
villages from
vocabulary
around the same time period have also been found in other parts of the
while
world,
he talks about
proving
this
that the
ancient
growth of
culture.
such communities were not isolated incidents. What these settlements demonstrate is the shift from hunter-gathering to a more sedentary agricultural lifestyle. Think about it. If you were moving around a lot in search of food, then why would you go through all the trouble of making permanent settlements like Catal Huyuk? I mean, that's a lot of work, especially if you're not planning on living in that area for too long. Such settlements all started what we call the Neolithic Revolution, which took place in many parts of the world between the years 10,000 to 7,000 BCE. The Neolithic Revolution is that transitional phase when our ancestors made the move from foraging to farming. Catal Huyuk is just one example of a community that over several hundred years was in the process of making that transition. Archaeologists have been able to see through the ages how the size of this settlement expanded, probably averaging a population of 5,000 people, although during some generations this number may have gone up to 10,000 people. In either case, these villages must have spent considerable time and effort in planting and cultivating various crops, as well as storing any surpluses for use during winter or non-harvesting months. So, how did these people live? Well, housing-wise, the people of Catal Huyuk lived in dwellings that were clustered together in a sort of honeycomb-like maze. They were so tightly packed together that there were few, if any, streets. To get inside these houses or dwellings, one would have to enter through holes in the ceiling, and then use a ladder to go down, or up if you were leaving. These openings were also the main source of ventilation for each house. In a sense, the rooftops of the houses were the streets. Inside the house was a basic kitchen area where a small fire could be built, as well as sleeping quarters and in a few cases, rooms for storage. Now, the fire could also have been used during cold weather for heat. The smoke from the fire would exit through the hole in the ceiling, which, along with being a point of entry and exit, acted like a chimney. As you can probably imagine, the place was a bit crowded. However, it definitely beat living in a tent, especially when the weather was bad outside. What's also interesting is that the people of Catal Huyuk had their own sanitation system. Apparently, they kept their houses very clean, but outside of town, archaeologists found what they could only determine to be trash heaps for garbage. You know what else is really interesting about the people of Catal Huyuk? They seem to have had a relatively egalitarian culture, meaning that there were no social classes or hierarchies, at least none that can be determined. This conclusion has been made because all of the houses, the hundreds of them that they've unearthed, are more or less the same. Basically, there was no palace for any chieftain or king, no special quarters for any type of priests or those with special status. This doesn't mean that high status people didn't exist, but if they did, then they weren't awarded any special privileges in terms of better housing. As far as we can tell, the daily diet of these people consisted of wheat, barley, lentils, peas, and other legumes. They also herded sheep and goats, and, given much of their artwork, cattle as well.
All right, so we're gonna stop there. It goes on a little bit longer, but I don't really like what he talks about so much for the rest of it, or the images they use. I noticed that in my other class. So our class is gonna stop there. Let me go back over here and talk to you guys a little bit. You can hear me, right?
Yes,
Yes, I
loudly.
can hear you very, very well.
Yes, I can hear.
Okay, cool. So, man, this is awesome. I'm so excited for next week. I feel like a college professor with my headset and my people here, you're over there. This is so fun. Okay, so anyways, man, and I can move around now. Like, you can see me everywhere I go. Okay, so, I'm sorry. Anyways, Catal Huyuk. So this is a civilization that we are now learning about that was the first civilization to really embark on agriculture. So we could see in the video that they were the ones who were really learning about agriculture and how to do it, how to specialize, have different jobs, how to get surplus amounts of food and store it and use it wisely. Now I also want to connect Catal Huyuk to the Bible really quick. It's really cool. So notice the way their houses were in that video. Do you guys have any thoughts about their houses, how they're different from what we see now? Anyone want to describe?
Their houses look like it's made of wood.
Okay, it looks like it might be made of wood, maybe some wood and clay. Yeah, like a good, I saw that too. I like that. What else did you notice? Amy?
The entrance are above.
The entrances are above. I saw Prey do this. Very good. The entrances are above. Very good. Ella?
They like have ladders to get up.
There's ladders to get into those above and get out of those above entrances. Good. And Ingfa?
They use the decoration, like some of the decoration is from animals.
Very good. Some of the decorations from animals. I like that you noticed that. I want to point that out, that decoration is not only just decoration. It has a purpose. Do you guys have any idea what they might be using those animal cow heads for, Nadia?
No, I wanted to say something else.
Okay, one moment. Amy, you have a thought?
Religion?
Religion. Very good inferences, archaeologist Amy. So remember what we saw in the video whenever Moses came down from the mountain and they were cheating on God. What did they create when they cheated on God?
They made another god.
They made another
gold.
god out of gold. And what was the shape, Ella? The shape of the golden image?
It was like a cat.
It was a calf. Very, very good. It kind of did look like a little calf, but it was a baby cow. And notice the decorations on the walls of the Catal Huyuk people were cow or bull heads. So we can assume that they were around the same time as the people, the Israelites, when they were escaping Egypt, right? All this was around the same time. Catal Hayek was starting, the Israelites were escaping Egypt, they're trying to find their promised land, and apparently cattle heads and cattle were very popular to worship at this time. I'm not exactly sure why, but I'll tell you guys something interesting. Even today, in 2021, the Hindu religion, remember we talked a little bit about that on one of our quizzes, the religion of Hindu, cows are also very important and holy in that religion. So even today, cows find importance in many religions. But it has started since, I guess, the beginning of time. We just worship many things. So let's move on a bit. Very good job, you guys. I want to show you another connection to the Bible that I enjoy. Here is some pictures of the houses in Catal Hayuk, just like we just saw. Here's some of the cattle heads that Inkfa noticed, right? This looks like some kind of worship image as well. This person is worshiping, or these two people. We can see the ladder, right, that Ella talked about to go up and down, and there would be the hole right here that they went in and out of. And here's the roof. They walked around the roofs. I see some brick, I see wood, and I see clay. Very good. And here's another picture of the house, different parts of it. We can really see the holes in the roofs now, right? And the ladders connect everything. Pretty cool. So this is when I searched Google Images of Catal Hayuk houses. Now, I thought of another specific house that used the roof in the Old Testament, in the book of Joshua. And in our studies right now in devotion, we're about to enter the book of Joshua because remember at the end of our video that we watched in chapel, when Moses couldn't enter the promised land, he handed his stick to Joshua. Joshua and Caleb were going to be the people that helped the Israelites enter the promised lands. Moses couldn't go in. Joshua and Caleb were the ones taking the staff. So when a story from the book of Joshua is about a woman named Rahab, okay? And Rahab, she hid the spies from Israel on the roof of her house. So the book of Joshua, in fact, connects my mind to what the Catal Hayuk houses looked like. We have to remember, we're in the same region of the world in Catal Hayuk as well as the Bible. The Bible is around the Jordan, Israel area. We saw that on our map. Where Jordan was, we marked Jordan. We marked Egypt. Israel's right next to Jordan. And Turkey is just north of that. The Catal Hayuk places are in Turkey. Everything is in the same region of the world. So it makes sense that historically everything connects, right? So notice here in the story of Rahab, she hid the spies on top of her roof under some hay. And now it makes sense of why she could do that, because the roofs are flat and every house has an opening onto the roof, so it's easy for them to get up there. A student in my other class thought of another connection to the Bible in the New Testament. Whenever Jesus is preaching and healing in one of the houses, and this guy's friends, they put him on a mat and they lower him through the roof of the house. You guys remember that, yeah, to be healed by Jesus. Now it makes sense of why they went through the roof and not the door, because there were also holes on the roofs. Now I think by Jesus' time there were real doors, but they also still had holes on the roofs for these purposes. The house is connected to one another like a community. So now it makes sense, they put him through the hole in the roof because there was a hole in the roof, right? Amy, do you have something else you want to share?
The story of the thing Rahab thing I'm just learning at my church.
It seems like your church is always on the same track that we're in devotion, right? I like that. It's good. It's like God is reminding you of all these things over and over. Very good. So I just wanted you guys to see, once again, how everything connects to the Bible. Once again, why we can trust the Bible as our historical source. So you guys are now going to venture into your own assignment, which is on Seesaw, and you are becoming archaeologists again. I'm going to go over here to explain this because I can't forget about my invisible students in the classroom right now. So on this paper, you guys are going to see a few pictures of different things that archaeologists dug up, they excavated in Catal, Huyuk. Okay, these are things that they have discovered. There's pictures of it. And you're going to look at the pictures and use these pictures to answer the questions, to make inferences about the people of Catal, Huyuk. So our first question asks us, what kind of technology did the people of Catal, Huyuk use? What kind of technology, aka tools, did the people use? So look at the picture and figure out, okay, what kind of technology? What did they use for tools? And also think back to what we've learned in the past. Number 2, it asks us about their houses. What were their houses like? So you can look at the picture here. You can also think about the video we just watched and describe their houses. What were their houses like? And then the third question asks us, what was their food like and how did they get this food? What kind of food did they eat? Look at the picture. Also think about the video and things we've learned in the slideshow. What kind of food did they eat and how did they get this food? Did they hunt and gather it or how did they get their food? Think about those things. There's 2 questions. And then the last question asks us, did the people of Catal, Huyuk practice specialization? Remember that specialization is when different people in a civilization do different jobs. Not everyone is a teacher. Not everyone is just a taxi driver. We have different people training for different jobs, specializing in different kinds of work. So from these pictures, can you assume, can you infer that the people of Catal, Huyuk did specialize or did they not? And tell me, how do you know? You have to explain to me, how do you know they practiced specialization? What do you see in the pictures? Or how do you know they did not? So, did they practice specialization, yes or no? Because I see what in the pictures? Do we have any questions about these questions before I put you guys in breakout rooms? Not right now? Okay, I'm sure there will be. So let me send this to you guys. All right, here's the Seesaw link in our Zoom chat. And I'm going to put you in breakout rooms so you can work together. And I'll be popping in and out, plus checking on my little invisibles in here. All right. You may go into your breakout rooms. Phoebe, do you see your breakout room?
Hello.
Do you guys have any questions?
No, I don't think so.
All right. I heard some of you talking when I came in though, so that's good. Keep talking about it. Hello. Ooh, very good description. Is this Ella's screen?
Yes.
You can keep sharing, Ella. I'm just asking. Makiko, do you have your activity open and following along with Ella? Yes or no, dear? Can you tell me again, Makiko?
Yes,
Okay.
what to write.
Good, good, good. Follow along with her. This looks really good, okay?
Share.
Okay,
Wait,
I-
rock,
I'll
paper,
share.
rock, paper, scissors, shoot? Oh, no need to.
I've already shared. It's finding it. I'll change position. Okay. Let's begin.
Well, your screen is yellow.
Wait, what? I stopped
Wait,
doing.
Hello, Miss Jenna.
Hello, everyone. Any questions? It's so good to see all three of your faces.
No questions.
It's looking good, though, what you're doing. Good job.
We're building houses.
Mhm. Good job. Good, Ella. And look at the picture and tell me how you know they're doing different jobs. Do you guys have questions?
Not me.
Okay. Jesse, Summer,
No.
Sally? Okay. My little independent group.
people eat, how did they get their food? I think the food needs to be like a plant. The food needs to be a plant, something like that. And like
What?
the food. I'm in the third question.
So what kind of food do you see in the picture? Do you see any food in the picture?
I see a wheat.
Some
That is
rice.
a plant. I think it's a
Good.
plant.
So we have some wheat. Very good, Ingfa. Use what you see in the picture. Imagine you're an archaeologist and this is what you found. Very good job.
Wait, how to spell wheat? Is it W-E-A-T?
Close. There's an H after the W.
Oh yeah.
That one's a tricky word.
No, it's not. I actually not really confused, but like today I feel weird about it.
I get that.
Yeah,
Sometimes I
sometimes
feel
I
weird
do.
words too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sometimes the word tomorrow, I'm like, wait, is it two M's or two R's? I have to think about it. I'm like, yes,
Like
two R's.
Yeah.
when I didn't start international school, I read the word tomorrow to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
How did you spell it?
Tomorrow.
Like T-U-M?
Yes.
Because we say it like that, right? Tomorrow, not to or tomorrow. Oh, English, it never sounds the way it's spelled.
Before I finish number 2, I just literally asked you how to spell above, and I was
Above.
here, but I can find it.
Oh, yeah, good job. That one could be confusing too. Above. I honestly think that reading Thai is probably easier because there's so many vowels that make their own
it's not.
sound.
No, it's not. No, because
You don't
need
think
to
so?
learn when we cut out the sound tone and we take other letter
Yeah.
to replace it.
Or
And,
the random silent letters.
Yeah.
But English has random silent letters too. Like in the word wheat. Why is there an H?
Yeah, we didn't really use H. Like we didn't really like say H out. We just like trying to read like there's no H.
I think
Yeah.
that I like Thai because like vowels in English, like a U can be or oo sound. But in Thai, it's two different symbols for and oo. So you know exactly how the word is going to sound. You know?
But actually, like when I started international school, I forget about like Thai letter. It have 44 letter, and like first I can't say it, but now no, like it's not in order.
Yeah, I
It's always
understand.
happened to me.
I know. You guys are troopers for doing school in like 3 different languages.
Yeah.
Did you know I never go to the international school before?
Fly for wheat.
Wait,
WHEAT.
There you go. Good job helping one another. Plaibot, this is your first time at an international school?
Yes.
No,
What?
W and replace the W with H. I mean in front of W need to be H.
Well, behind the W. WHEAT.
Yeah.
EAT.
Actually, this is not my first international school.
Yeah.
Like my sister told me that in grade 5 doesn't have a lot of homework, so my mom want me to get ready in grade 5, so I need to move in grade 5.
Yeah. Prepare. No
Mrs.
homework.
Jenna, what is this? What is this?
I think it's actually like the thingy that people go like get the water from the river.
That's really good, Ingfa. So
Okay.
all of these things we may not be sure about, but remember, we're archaeologists and we're uncovering these things and we have to assume. And I think she made a very good assumption about it.
I actually like to watch like a old movie, like the movie like using the old stuff.
Me too. Let me go check on this other room, girls.
Okay, bye.
Hi, girls. Yes.
I don't understand for question number 4.
All right. Number 4. Say it again, Gussie.
I don't understand the last question.
So you're both on the last question. So one of you tell me, what does specialization mean? Sakura, you tell me. Just try your best. Because in order to answer this, we have to know that.
Something like a special?
A special what? Gussie, you want to help her out?
Make it special?
Say it a little louder, Gussie.
Making it special?
No, not making something special. Before I tell you, girls, I want you to go back and look at the Google slide that I sent you yesterday. Here, I'll send it again. I'll share. Oh, Sally is in the Google slide looking at it right now. I see her picture. Sally, do you want to tell these girls what specialization is?
Training to do a particular specific kind of job or work.
Good. Training to do a specific kind of work. So, are the people of Catal Huyuk, based on this picture, do you think that different people are training to do different kinds of work? Yes or no?
Yes.
And why do you think that? What do you see in the pictures?
One person is working one job.
Which job? Tell me one job that someone might have based on those pictures.
Getting food.
Getting food. And based on the pictures, what might be another job of someone?
Building some structure.
Construction. What might be another job?
Finding technologies.
Okay, maybe making tools. What else?
Farmer.
Wait, what did you say, Gussie?
Farmer.
Okay, we said farmer, right? What's another one? There's one more I'm thinking of. I see some jewelry in that picture.
Decoration.
Decoration, I like that. Decoration of our neck and our ears and our wrists, right? A jewelry maker, someone who makes crafts and jewelry. So based on the pictures, you guys are able to see that the people of Catal Huyuk have different jobs, which is specialization. They've all trained for different things. So use that information to answer that question.
And grapes and fruit. Hello, Miss Jenna.
Oh, you guys are drawing a Catal Huyuk house?
That's me. Hello.
You finished everything for Seesaw?
We couldn't. I tried to explain like the doors are like these doors, but they wouldn't. They thought they had actual doors.
They have doors
Like-
on their roof, like a shaft or something that they would open and close.
How strange. Doors on a roof.
How
I just-
strange.
I just assumed that's what the holes were for. In the
Well,
if they
yeah,
had a second-
it is just a hole, but they probably have like something they can put over the hole at night, you know, so things don't get in.
No, it's like second floor. If they had a second floor.
It would be like a second floor.
Ha, Nadia.
Are you guys okay? We're almost out of